Dr. Peter Hotez blocked me on Twitter. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. Now, as it turns out, some tyrants don't like it when you call out their lies, hypocrisy, and corruption, and some of them will even block you on Twitter, which is nothing but amusement to me, while also very validating, like, whoa, Dr. Peter Hotez, he blocked me on Twitter. I am doing something right. Thank you for that badge of honor and the validation that I am being effective in, well, standing on Team Humanity and standing for freedom. Thank you, Dr. Hotez. Now, in a second, I'll show you the tweet that motivated the good doctor to block me, and also share with you some other hilarious shenanigans that have been happening in the Hotez RFK saga. But first, a little recap. Dr. Hotez, he put himself on the map as a true coward when he called out RFK Jr. and Joe Rogan and Elon Musk for Rogan having RFK Jr. on his podcast, saying it's like, oh, this is super dangerous, and like, we're all gonna die because of this. And then Rogan responded, which I'm sure you know by now, Rogan responded, what you're saying is true and RFK is just filled with misinformation, then come on my podcast and the two of you can have an open debate and you can prove him wrong. And then Hotez just backpedaled, refused the debate, but then a lot of other figures were putting in money like, dude, not only Rogan's $100,000, but the pot was up to $1.5 million to the charity of Hotez's choice just for showing up at the debate. Didn't even have to win. But Hotez refused, and we'll see some hilarious rationalizations he has for why he won't debate. But first, here's the tweet that got me in hot water with a good doctor that nobody really listens to. This is over the weekend. Here's what yours truly tweeted, and I just thought it was a friendly, respectful tweet. I said, Dr. Peter Hotez, with all due respect, I do not respect you. Many others do not as well. You've earned our lack of respect. And you're calling out RFK, then refusing to debate him while trying to play the role of the victim to justify your refusal is very scientific. And then Dr. Hotez decided to block me. Thus, you can't really see I can't see any of Hotez's tweets anymore. I just log in a different account and I see him. But before we look at his BS rationalizations, the plot kind of thickened in a beautiful way about Hotez being like the premier health authority you should listen to when you're making decisions about your health. And RFK Jr., oh my gosh, he is terrible, doesn't know anything about health. Never listen to him. That plot kind of thickened because over the weekend, RFK Jr. posted a short video of himself working out. Looks like he was maybe at Muscle Beach in Venice. I'm not sure. It's some kind of outdoor workout facility. And we'll take a look. Keep in mind, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he's 69 years old. So here's Mr. Bobby Kennedy working out. You can see like, well, okay, for a 69-year-old dude, even like for a 39-year-old dude, the guy is in shape. He's jacked. Looks like he takes care of himself. All right. Then you start doing some thinking like, wow, okay, who do I want to listen to? Someone who looks incredibly healthy or someone who doesn't look incredibly healthy? So Patrick Bet David, he posted something on Twitter. This is just a great side-by-side comparison of Dr. Peter Hotez, bow tie and all, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. wearing nothing at all except pants, which is good. And Patrick Bet David just says it simply, who looks healthier? RFK Jr. is 69 years old. Dr. Hotez is 65 years old. Makes you think. It does make you think. And that's the problem with critical thinkers. You think. And that's kind of dangerous because who do you want to trust? Who has earned your trust, both with what they say and how they present themselves? Now, the problem with that is, who needs to earn trust when you can just demand people's obedience? And then likewise, we got to look at the Bill Gates comparison of RFK and Bill Gates. Bill Gates is 2 years younger than RFK, And as Elon pointed out a while ago, he's just like a pregnant man, which proves men can get pregnant. But here you see Bill Gates, and then there you see Dr. Peter Hotez, two people who don't try to earn your trust with honest, good health information, but they're two people who demand your trust. And then you look at RFK. He doesn't demand anybody's trust. He just shares what he believes is the truth. Who do you want to listen to? And now let's click over to Peter Hotez's Twitter account. Even though he has me blocked, you just go in incognito and you see his stupid Twitter account. There's some tweets he's been putting out and retweeting, and what I could only presume is a desperate effort to justify himself and try to cover his tracks for why he's not debating RFK Jr. on the Rogan podcast. Now, I suffer from critical thinking, so I would bet most of my marbles that the reason why Hotez is not willing to debate RFK Jr. is he is afraid of being exposed, and he's afraid of validating RFK Jr.'s information on certain health substances due to his lack of valid information that doesn't go outside of any talking points and conclusions that are presented in the narrative. So here you can see Hotez tweeting an article in Forbes, I'm sure honest journalism, why Peter Hotez should not debate RFK Jr. on the Rogan podcast. And then it's a big, lengthy, really stupid, boring article trying to justify, Peter Hotez, he's a man of dignity. He's, a very well-informed individual. You wouldn't possibly want to stoop to the level of RFK because that would look discrediting to you. He doesn't deserve your time. And then the other tweets that have just been tweeted out or retweeted out in a flurry by Hotez are all trying to use that same rationalization. Here Hotez retweeted from the Houston Chronicle opinion, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Stands to gain from going up against well-known, respected scientist Peter Hotez. Peter Hotez, on the other hand, only stands to lose time and energy and dignity attempting to debate a person dedicated to bunk science. And here's another retweet. These debates are theater, pure and simple. The used to fire up their supporters. They know that most scientists will refuse. Bought and paid for scientists apparently always refuse. In fact, they count on it. Such refusals let people like RFK Jr. portray themselves as truth tellers whom they are afraid to debate. Yeah, maybe it's portrayed that way because it is that way. Oh, wow, I haven't seen this one before. Hotez retweeted this. U.S. government debunks lab leak conspiracy theory. Enraging conspiracy theorists. So here is just how in tune Hotez is, how truthful he is, just what a wealth of honest and integrity he is. This is 1 hour ago. This isn't like June of 2020. This is 1 hour ago in June of 2023, where he's tweeting out an article that is still trying to say, the lab leak theory, complete conspiracy theory. Oh, this is pretty good. So I mentioned the Patrick Bet-David tweet with a side-by-side of Hotez and RFK Jr. Hotez actually replied to that tweet. Not sure I get the logic here. I make low-cost, patent-free forms to help people in low-income countries. Bill Gates is pretty good at that too. It hasn't worked out too good for those people. Low-income countries achieve equitable access to immunizations. I don't know that they asked for it. No aspiration to become some American version of a shirtless Putin on a horse. Someone should remind Bobby to wear sunscreen. So here, just the smear, like comparing RFK Jr. to Putin riding a horse. It's great. It's great. It's great. This is a scientist using science. Just very scientifically explaining why he refuses to debate RFK Jr. after he called out RFK Jr. Maybe his mouth just wrote a check his butt can't cash. But nonetheless, I am amused by the whole thing, and it's such a delight to learn that Hotez has blocked me. I just love it. So with that said, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, thank you for catching up with me on the latest of the Hotez cowardly backpedaling scandal. I love it. I'll look forward to seeing you on our next video. And by the way, things that are safe and effective. If you'd like to sport your thinking out loud on what is safe and effective, freedom, safe and effective since 1776. If you'd like to get your hands on one of these best-selling shirts in my Freedom Shop, you can grab them at awakenwithjp.com or the link below. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, my friend, and I will see you on our next video.